Good morning and welcome back to Morning Markets from True Potential. We'll kick things off by looking at yesterday's stock market returns and those from overnight. A fairly quiet day yesterday here in the UK. The FTSE 100 and the FTSE 250 was down 0.1%. Over in the US, the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq was up 0.1%. European equities were flat over the day, whilst overnight Japanese equities were down 0.8%. US stock markets did finish higher, gains very modest, but the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq posted new record closes after finishing higher for a fifth straight week last week. Materials were the best performer, led by industrial metals. Energy followed oil higher after last week's decline. Consumer discretionary underperformed with Tesla a noticeable drag after their CEO Elon Musk surveyed his Twitter followers about whether he should sell a proportion of his stock, approximately 10%. Of the 3.5 million votes, we saw 58% of the voters voting in favour of selling. The UK stock market, the FTSE 100, closed almost unchanged on Monday after closing at its highest level since February 2020 last week, with gains in energy and mining being offset by weakness in consumer-focused companies, travel and leisure shares. Very little in terms of economic news yesterday. We saw some positive sentiment following the US $1.2 trillion bipartisan infrastructure bill, which passed the House of Representatives on Friday. The bill has taken many months to get to this stage, with Republicans pushing back on further spending. The bill is focused on infrastructure, so we'll see more spending on roads, bridges, and waterways. In response, we saw metals climb higher on Monday as investors expected greater demand for industrial metals to support the new US infrastructure spending. Copper was up 1.5%, silver was up 1.8%, and platinum up 2.9%. We saw strength in the gold price as well, now at its highest level since the start of August. That was up 0.6%. Many view gold as a hedge against higher inflation. We also had the US banking survey data out. The survey offers insight into the lending environment and highlights how confident companies and households are about the economic environment and their ability to repay debt. Banks reported in Q3 that they experienced stronger demand for commercial and industrial loans. Households have been willing to take on more credit card loans and less auto loans, perhaps a reflection of the lack of availability of new cars to buy. Also noteworthy was the bank's expectations for strong corporate loan demand over the next 6 months based on the needs for plant and equipment investment, mergers and acquisitions, and also financing needs. A real positive, though, for the economy, as this will be crucial for the high levels of economic growth that we've seen to be maintained in the coming months. In the bond market, very little movement here in the UK. The UK 10-year government bond yield was up 1 basis point to 0.86%. In the US saw a bit more movement. We saw the US 10-year government bond yield up 5 basis points to 1.5%. The 30-year government bond yield up just 1 basis point to 1.89%. In currency markets, we saw some strength in the pound, and the pound rebounding towards 1.36 against the US dollar after falling sharply on Thursday and Friday as markets reacted to the surprise of the Bank of England not raising interest rates. That's all for today. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Subscribing to the True Potential YouTube channel is quick and easy. Simply go to the channel on your desktop or through the YouTube app on your phone and click the subscribe button. You can then press the notification bell symbol if you wish to be notified as and when new videos are released. Doing this is a great way to keep yourself updated with market developments and personal finance insights. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed, and we look forward to continuing to help you do more with your money.